Hey, wonderful fitness instructors. If you're a group fitness instructor and you teach at a gym, or you rent space to teach, or you do virtuals, or you have your own studio and you want to grow your classes, then you need to promote your classes. And the thing with instructors is that we're great at our classes, whether you teach one format, several formats, do personal training, or have some nutrition there mixed in. We're great at our field. We're great at teaching our classes, but we're not so great at promoting them. So what ends up happening is that we're kind of improvising our promos and our marketing, and we end up posting our schedules everywhere. Say me if you've ever posted your schedule and you're like, this is the thing that's going to bring my people in. And the problem with posting your schedule is that it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is because your schedules are meant for people who already are going to your classes. So your schedule is really to attract returning students or to have your students come back week after week. So posting your schedule is great for retention, but it's not great for attracting new people because new people don't care about what you teach, your format. New people don't care about when you teach. They don't care where you teach. They don't care at what time you teach. And they don't care about your promos, your offers, your packages, your memberships, or whether your class is free. They don't care about any of that. And yet that's what most fitness instructors post about. So if you want to grow your classes, you need a mix of both. You need your returning students. So yes, post your schedule. That's fine. Post it about once per week. Tag your students so they'll remember when to come. That's great. But if you want to attract new people, you need to be posting differently. You need to be posting in a way that's going to connect with their why. Why should they care about your class? Not when, not how much, not what format, but why should they care about your class? So that is what this 3-step promo is all about. You have access to this promo. You can download it. You can keep it on your phone and kind of reference it whenever you're going to post. You can print it out. You can do whatever it is. It's my gift to you so that you start to dip your toes into what it takes to promote and to market in a way that's going to connect with new people so that they start getting interested and curious about your class. The first step to attracting somebody to your class is not to tell them about your class and then give them the link for them to book. That's too much too soon. The first step is for them to get curious, for them to say, she knows what she's talking about. Oh my gosh, she's describing me. Oh my God, like I want to know more, like tell me more. That's what we want to do with your post, okay? To create that curiosity and to have them reach out to you for more information, which means we're not giving them all the information. We're just giving them a tiny, tiny little bite. And that tiny, tiny little bite is really why they should even care. So are we ready to dive in? Yes, yes, yes. Cool. So this is a little bit, you can read this later. It's a little bit about why I created this guide. And we're going to go ahead and start with step 1. And most fitness instructors, my kids are in the background. So most fitness instructors completely skip step 1. That's why it's so difficult for them to actually create posts to connect. And the first step is to figure out who your post is for. Knowing who your post is for will allow you to stand out and attract the right type of people to your class. When people see themselves in your post, they're more likely to think, oh my gosh, this is me, and I want to know more about your class. That connection, right? That self-identifying, oh my God, she's a mom, I'm a mom. You do this with my content. Oh my God, she's a fitness instructor. Like she gets me, right? You do this with me. I want you to do this with your audience, right? That connection makes them stop scrolling and pay attention. So speaking directly to a group shows that you get them, that you understand your situation, and that you can help them. Think about it like buying a gift. You wouldn't give a 10-year-old kid a coffee maker. That doesn't make any sense, right? Or you wouldn't give your grandma a skateboard. That unless you have a really cool grandma, right? The gift has to make sense for the person. So this is the same way. Your post has to make sense to who's reading it. So we have to decide who you want this post to be for, right? Your post needs to speak directly to the people that you want in your class. So when you're clear about who your class is for, whether it's busy moms or senior or beginners, now it feels much more personal to them. So they're able to say, oh my God, this is me. And that connection is what's going to make you stand out from all the other schedule posts and promo posts that everybody do that is so blah, right? As well as them going, oh wait, she knows me. She understands me. So first step is to choose your who, right? And we're going to be following the rule of one for everything that we do. That means that we're going to only choose one thing per post. Now, the good thing is that you'll be posting a lot, right? You have unlimited supply of posts. You can post as many times as you want. So you can change that who this post is for anytime you want. So if you want to make a post for busy moms and then another post for seniors and then another post for busy professionals, you can. But you want to stick to the rule of one, which is one audience per post. Yeah. So in this case, just choose your audience, right? Is this post, the one that you're creating right now, specifically for busy moms? Or is it for women in menopause? Or is it for busy professionals? Or is it for active seniors or baby boomers or millennials, right? Or beginners or advanced? Like you can go, there's 500 million versions. These are kind of the most common ones. There's no right or wrong answer as to who you're choosing. The only wrong answer is not choosing and saying, this post is for everyone. Awesome. How is that going for you so far? Posting for everyone attracts no one because no one self-identifies. Your busy moms are going, that's not for me. That's for the other girls. Your women in menopause are going, that's not for me. That's for the busy moms. And nobody is self-identifying. But if in your post you start to call out, hey, busy moms, do you want to get fit? The busy moms will perk up and say, I'm a busy mom, or I'm a mom, but I'm not busy, right? Or I'm busy, but I'm not a mom. And now you'll get people's attention. So one of the biggest concerns I get from instructors is that if they choose an audience, that means they're rejecting somebody else, right? If they choose busy moms and they're rejecting the active seniors, that is not true. Because it's just a post. We're not rejecting anyone from our classes. If you make a post for busy moms and an active senior comes and like, oh, that sounds cool. Can I join your class? What is your response? Yes, of course. Everyone is welcome to your class. It's just that this post, this gift, right? This gift is meant for busy moms. So it's just like the grandma is going to say, oh my gosh, like, why did the kid get a skateboard? Well, because the skateboard is for the kid, but you're going to give the grandma the coffee maker or the tea, right? Like this post is going to be specifically for one person. You're gift wrapping them specifically for them. So just choose who do you want to make this post for. And I'll go more into detail as to once you make these three very important decisions, how to work your post. So the step one is choose your audience, right? Choose your who. Step two is to identify the why. And this is the most important one, okay? Your post should always answer why someone should consider your class. Not when, not how much, not at one time, but why, okay? People don't care about everything else until they care about why they should show up. So highlight that your class helps them achieve a goal. We're all very positive, right? In marketing, there's two ways of doing this. You can either talk about the goal, right, and getting them towards pleasure, or you can talk about the pain, getting them away from pain. So in this case, we're going to make it all about going towards pleasure, making it about a goal because we want to stay positive, right, and uplifting. That's kind of like group fitness instructors. That's kind of our brand, right? So we're going to make it about a goal that they have. So is their goal for joining your class that they want to tone up, they want to lose weight, they want to boost energy, right? This is something that you should know about your audience. So think of it like recommending a restaurant. You wouldn't say to somebody, oh, they're open at 6. Well, cool. They don't care about this restaurant that opens up at 6 until you say, oh my God, this restaurant, they have the best burgers and it'll totally hit the spot. Or you can say, I love sushi. So I literally just gave this recommendation to someone like last week. It's like they have an all you can eat sushi bar. Like that's why you should go to this place. And guess what? She ended up going to this place. She didn't care when it was open. She didn't care how much it was. She cared about why. Why go to that sushi place versus all the other sushi places? Because that sushi place has an all-you-can-eat bar, right? So that's how your class is going to stand out. Why should somebody new come to your class versus all the other classes? Well, because your class is going to help them achieve a very specific goal. So figure out what that goal is. Now, there's no right or wrong answer. If you're just starting out, just pick a goal, right? And see if it resonates with your people, or ask your people. When you focus on the goal, they'll think, oh my God, that's exactly what I need, right? I need to get fit. Oh my gosh, I need to get healthy. I want to lose weight. I need to tone up. I need to put in my steps. I need to get strong, right? That's something that's already in their head. And now you're verbalizing in a post. Like, that's how you create that connection, okay? Give them a clear reason to care about your class. Why should they join your class? Because they're going to get a result. They're going to get a benefit, one very specific benefit. And in step 2, we're also going to follow the rule of 1. So one of the things that I have instructors do when they're thinking about their goal is like, oh my God, but in my class, yes, we'll help them lose weight, but they'll also like gain confidence, they'll boost their energy, they'll sleep better, their mood will improve, and there's like 500 million reasons how that class is going to help. Wonderful, pick one. Just focus on one. Today, talk about how your class is going to help them boost energy. Tomorrow, you can talk about how your class is going to give them more confidence. Tomorrow, you can talk about, the day after that, you can talk about how your class is going to help them lose weight because they'll be active. The next class, you can talk about how your class is going to help them stay active. Like, choose one goal per class. Remember, you have unlimited posts, so you don't have to put all of your audience in one post because that never works, and all of your goals in one post because that confuses your audience. Too much stuff in your post confuses your audience. So that's why we want to stick to the rule of 1. One audience, one goal. So some examples of goals, and you can circle one, can be to tone up. Maybe they want to go to your fitness class. Maybe you teach Pilates, or you teach HIIT, or you teach your personal trainer, right? And or you do like body works and that type of format. They want to tone up or they want to get strong, right? Maybe they want to lose weight. This losing weight, I know some instructors don't like talking about losing weight, but it's a huge market. It's a huge market, and it's a huge reason why people join your classes. So if you're afraid to talk about losing weight, you're going to be losing on a whole bunch of people who could come to your class because that's what they're looking for. So don't be afraid to talk about it. Maybe your class is meant to boost energy, right? That's the big thing that people want from your class, or to get fit or get strong or get confident, right? Just pick a goal and roll with that one. And then step number 3 is going to be the what. In your fitness classes, you're guiding your students, right? You're cueing them, you're telling them what to do, you're giving them clear, simple directions, like, let's gonna do chest squat. Hold the stretch for 3 seconds. If you're in the cardio, like in the dance, right, we cue them, single, double. We're going to grapevine to the right? And this is a way for them to be able this is you being a clear, specific, simple to follow leader so that they can get their results. We're going to do the same thing online. The way to guide your audience to take the next step is through a call to action, or CTA. Every single post that you do, whether it's promoting your classes or it's something personal, have a CTA, okay? Start practicing giving CTAs in every one of your posts. Not your personal posts don't have to have a CTA about your classes, but your classes definitely have to have a call to action about your classes, okay? Think of it like throwing a party. You don't just say, I'm having a party. Well, great. You're not telling them what to do or what's the next step. Versus you telling them, come over Friday, come over Friday at 7 p.m., there's a party. Now they know there's a party and it's on Friday and it's at 7 p.m. So this is the detailed part of your post. Remember when I said that we're going to give them very few details? Step 3 is when you give them the details. And we're really just going to give them one detail. And we'll talk about that in a second. But basically, you want to give them the next step, okay? We don't want to overwhelm people with too much at once. So it's not like, okay, this is my class. Here are all my schedules. These are my packages. You can do a drop-in, or you can do a membership, or you can do a punch card, but I also have Fridays in there. Have a new promotion going on. Too much information. Now they don't know what to do. If you overwhelm your audience, they get confused and they do nothing. They don't click, they don't like, they don't comment, they don't join your class, they don't register. They don't do anything because you overwhelm them. So we want to keep it simple and start small, very, very small, like asking them to like the post, asking them to comment on the post. That's it. Remember, this is somebody who hasn't met you. They're new. They're very unlikely to see one post and join your class. However, they're much more likely to see one post and maybe like it or comment, okay? So the next step after seeing your post is not to join your class. The next step after seeing your post is to engage in your post, right? So that's what we want them to do. Asking them to like or comment, engagement. Yeah. So engagement not only tells you who's interested, because literally they are the ones reaching out instead of you chasing over them, but it also helps the Facebook algorithm. So this is a little bit of the behind the scenes. Okay. The Facebook algorithm reboots every about 90 minutes. So that means that anytime somebody likes or comments or shares your post, it'll show it to more people. And if this happens every 90 minutes, then your post gets more and more and more reach. We'll talk about do's and don'ts in a second, but you want them to actually like or comment on your post so that that one post can be showed to more people. This doesn't happen if you put a link to register for your class. Then they click the link, they move away from Facebook, and now just the people who saw the post are the only people who saw the post. You're not rebooting the algorithm. You're not telling Facebook that this is something that people want. So Facebook has no reason to show it to more people. But if people are engaging and they're liking and they're commenting, basically this tells Facebook, oh my gosh, this pool of people enjoyed this post. Let me show it to a larger pool, and it'll reboot the algorithm. Yeah, so that's why we want them commenting on the post versus clicking a link and registering to somebody someplace else, which they're not going to do anyway because they're not ready. They just met you. These are new people. Yeah. Now a call to action could be something very simple, like drop like an emoji if you're ready to feel stronger, or like this post if you're interested, right? It usually follows a format, do this if that, right? I do this all the time in my Facebook group, right? Drop a Wonder Woman GIF, or say me, or like this post, or comment, or send a message, right? Do this if you want more information, if you're ready to blah, 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 if you want to get healthy, right? Do this if you want something. And then the if is something that's very, very simple, right? We were keeping it simple. Always include a CTA to spark conversations. It grows your reach because of the algorithm, and it turns interest into action. So those people who were watching and kind of curious, right? They just created action. The action is not for them to go to your class. The action is for them to engage in your post. That's the very first thing. Think of it like your fitness classes, right? When you're teaching a fitness class, you don't start everyone like the very first routine is not your most intense routine. Why? A, it's unsafe, and B, they're just not ready. They're not mentally ready. Their body's not ready. So what do? When they come to our classes, the very first thing that we do is we warm them up. Regardless of what format you're teaching, we do a warm up first, right? They're not going to perform the high intensity things that we have planned for them later in the class if they're not warmed up. So this is the same thing, right? Having them engage in your post, that's the warm up. They're not going to come to your class if they haven't warmed up to you yet. So this is how you warm up your audience. Step 3, we're also going to follow the rule of 1. That means 1 call to action per post. And I've seen this with instructors who are like, okay, I get call to action. And then they do like 3 of them. Like this post if you found this useful, and say me in the comments if you want more information, and click this link to register for a class. Yeah, those were 3 instructions, right? You told them to like and to comment and to click a link. That's 3 CTAs. We just want to have them to do 1, okay? Simple sells. So we want to keep it simple. You want to give them just 1 action to do, 1 next step, and that's it. So I've provided some examples. You're welcome to use the same example in every post, okay? So for example, you can say, drop a like if you're ready to feel stronger this week. So if like toning and weight loss and getting and muscles is like kind of your thing. Say info in the comments if you want more details. You'll notice that I say that one all the time, right? I keep it simple. I just copy and paste that on basically all of my posts. So that way I'm training my audience to always say info when they want more info. And for me, anytime I get the info in a comment or in a message, I know exactly what they're talking about, right? Or you can say message me ready to get a free class. Now the message me is it's a great option if you're kind of shy and like you're a little afraid of Facebook, or you're a little like, what if they don't comment? Then say message, right? Because then it doesn't matter whether they comment or they like on your post, they're sending you message. So if you're more introverted or quiet, right, the message me ready as a CTA, the message me, whatever you want them to message you, is a great CTA because it kind of keeps everything behind the scenes. However, because it's behind the scenes, your post is not being boosted basically every 90 minutes because of the algorithm. Because anytime somebody likes or somebody comments, it's boosting the algorithm. So yay, if you're introverted and I'm introverted, that's why I have this one there, because that's how I started, right? If you're introverted, this is a good way for you to start getting into CTAs without being like too visual. However, the down part is that you're not stoking the algorithm. So your post will get less reach. So everything has a price, right? Everything has a price. Okay. So here are 3 examples of posts. You're welcome to use all 3. You're welcome to use any combination of them. The point here is to give you examples of how this all plays out. Because if you understood the concepts, right, of figuring out, step 1, who this is for, step 2, what is the goal? And then step 3, what's the action that you want them to take? Okay, we got it, but like how? So this is how you would put this into action. And you're also welcome to use the same copy. Copy is anything that is, copywriting is anything that it has words on it. Ooh, you're learning some marketing concepts. Look at you. Okay. So for example, post 1 is, this is kind of like the who, the 3-step, right? The who, the why, and the what. This post is going to be for busy moms to boost energy, and I want them to comment. So this is my 3 steps, right? I'm choosing my who, I'm giving them a goal, and I want them to comment because I want to stoke the algorithm. So once I have those 3 steps, now I can write my post. So I'm going to say, hey mama, when was the last time you truly felt energized and confident about your own skin? Okay, pause. Hey mama, so I'm talking to moms, right? This is my who, and this is why it's important. I'm not saying, hey everyone, or when was the last time, where I'm not talking to anyone, right? So I'm making it about that. And then I'm talking about being energized. Why? Because I want to talk about boosting energy, right? So I'm not just saying, get healthy or something vague. I'm being very specific. Energy. When was the last time you truly felt energized, right? So just this first sentence, I'm already telling people who this post is for and why they should listen, right? And then I get into the body of the post. I get it. Between kids, work, and everything else, it feels like there's never enough time for you. I used to feel drained every day, too tired to work out, too busy to prioritize myself. So this little sentence and really everything that happens is you, and you can use this this copywriting as well. Just make sure that you personalize it, meaning that it makes sense to you. This is not something that you're making up. You want to include actual personal stories. So I'm going to go on and then I'll talk more about that. Then a friend told me about this Zumba class, yoga class, HIIT class, bootcamp class. And I figured, why not? I thought it would be just another workout, but wow, I was wrong. It's more than just exercise. It's an hour for me to feel strong, confident, and yes, even a little sexy again. The best part, it's designed for moms just like us who need a quick and effective workout to feel amazing. So you need to do this. You need to make this a little bit more personal, right? So talk about you. If you're trying to make a post about busy moms and you are a busy mom, think about a time when you were a busy mom and how that felt, right? And how you I'm a busy mom. I have 3 kids, so I can relate to this post, right? And yes, it's true. You're driving, you're doing diapers, you have toddlers, you have kids, you have teens, that you're going through all the extracurriculars. At what time am I supposed to actually work out? Like me, right? We're too busy taking care of somebody else. So that would be something that I would put kind of somewhere here, because that would be my personal experience. So make this about you. Okay, Facebook, the cool thing about Facebook is that, and what people like about Facebook is that they get to really connect with people. So the more you share about your actual life experiences, the more you connect with your audience, especially with your new audience that we're trying to reach. They don't know anything about you. So tell them that you have 2 kids or 3 kids or teens, or back 20 years ago when you had kids, right? Tell them about your life. And then talk a little bit about why the first time that you ever went to your class. So this is a part where a lot of instructors kind of derail and start talking about when they love teaching classes. Yeah, we're not trying to attract fitness instructors or other teachers of this format. We're trying to attract people who actually go to the format. So go back to the first time that you took your class, right? What was your thing? I'm like, I want to take a Zumba class. It's going to be silly, right? Even if the first time that you took that class was when you took your format training, it was still the first time that you experienced that format, and you had some thoughts. Maybe you thought it was going to be too hard or too simple or too complicated, or it was going to be silly, or a friend just dragged you into that class, or you were just doing somebody a favor. Whatever your story was, tell us a little bit about that, because they have never gotten to your class before. So they're probably thinking those same things. So share just one of those, I thought it was going to be silly, but then I actually had fun, right? Or I thought I was going to be surrounded, by, all these dancers, and actually it was pretty normal people. So here's an example of how you can tell your story and personalize this. You can use this, you can use something similar, but always personalize it to relate to your audience. And then this says, and here's now the actual promoting of the class, right? Join me for a free class this week and see how amazing it feels. This part is optional. If you don't have free classes, then you can skip this. If you do have free classes, then you can keep it. Somebody knew the best way to get them to just try out your class is by having them try a free class. Now, this is not something that a lot of it, some instructors have a different policy. I highly recommend leading with a free class just to have them try you out. But that's not actually the CTA. The CTA is the one. The CTA always goes at the end of the post. Okay, say free in the comments, and I'll send you details. So that would be your CTA. And then here's the thing: the picture is just a selfie. That is it. So many instructors get caught up and say when they're promoting their classes, they want to make this a reel. They want to make this a cool picture. They want to make this a flyer. They want to use, ClassBuzz and CapCut and Canva and all of these cool apps to make the picture stand out. The picture's not what's going to make them stop the scroll. It's your story. It's who this is for. It's when you're talking about them. They really don't care about you or your class or your format or your schedule. They care about them. So that's why this first line, that's what makes them stop the scroll. Everything else is just extra, okay? Now for your picture, you want this a picture of you, not of your format, not of the superstars of your format, because your people don't know anything about them and they don't care. And they're trying to get to know you. So show them your face. If they come to class, right? If you want them to know more about you, as a bare minimum, they need to know what you look like. Okay. So just a simple selfie. It's best if your selfie is in your fitness, attire, whatever your format is, versus you in no, actually you could also be this is for moms. It could also be a selfie of you in mom mode, or you and your kids talking about fitness. But it can also be a selfie with you in full workout mode. The point is, do a selfie. Yes. It doesn't have to have words. It doesn't have to have flashing things. It doesn't have to be a video. It's just simple sells. I promise you, trust me on this one. I've been doing this for years. Do a selfie. And do a selfie. Okay. So post number 2, here's another example, right? So here's the 3 steps for women in menopause. That's our who, to get strong. That's our goal. And I want them to comment. Actually, in all of my posts, all of the examples, I want them to comment because I want the algorithm thing. So here it is. When was the last time you truly felt strong and in control? So this one, we're leading with the why, right? We're not talking about the who yet. We're just this is why. Who wants to be strong? That's what this post is about, because what's the thing that's going to stop the scroll? It's not your video. It's not your format. It's not the cool graphics. It's going to be your first line in your post. That's what's going to make them stop. So you want to make this about them. Okay, then we get into the body. It's very, very similar. I just changed it a little bit to make more sense for women in menopause who want to get strong. I get it. Menopause can be a roller coaster. Hot flashes, sleepless nights, feeling like your body just isn't yours anymore. I used to feel frustrated and weak. Like no matter what I did, I couldn't quite find my balance again. Then a friend told me about this HIIT class, and I figured, why not? I thought it would be just another workout, but oh my God, I was wrong. It's designed specifically for women like us to help us rebuild strength, feel grounded, rediscover our power, confident version of ourselves. Join me for a free class this week and see how amazing it feels. So notice the body is very similar to the mom one, right? You're talking about like, I get it. And then you're talking about their specific situation, right? About women in menopause situation. We're not talking about the busy moms anymore. Now, some women in menopause are also busy moms, right? And some busy moms also have menopause. But with this post, the busy moms are going to perk up and they're like, oh my gosh, yes, life with kids is crazy. And for this post, the women with menopause are going to like, oh my gosh, like I'm in my 40s. So like I sort of get this, right? So you want to personalize this. Again, if you're going through menopause, and this is for women in menopause, share a little bit about your story right here. When it says, I get it, this is your opportunity to share your personal stories of now that you're going through menopause, or before when you went through menopause, or your aunt who went through menopause and you're seeing it. You're not going through menopause, but your aunt is, or your mom is, right? So personalize this story. And then you're going to have the same CTA for all of them. Say free in the comments, and I'll send you the details, and the same selfie for all of them. So that pretty much stays the same. And then post number 3. And this is going to be for active seniors to get fit, and we want them to comment. So here's the 3 steps. And okay, when was the last time you truly felt, when was the last time you felt, I can't read anymore. When was the last time you felt truly fit? There we go. English is not my first language. Ready to take on your day with ease. So feeling fit, right? And take your day with ease is kind of, this is hinting at an older audience, but really, truly, I don't like this word. Change this to, I don't know, it's a tongue twister for me. But anyway, here's the why. And then the who is really in the, I remember, when we get into the body. So let me go through it. I remember my aunt telling me how she started feeling like she was slowing down. She'd get tired more easily, and things she used to enjoy, like gardening or playing with her grandkids, felt harder. Then she tried this silver sneakers class for the very first time, and she figured, why not? She thought it'd be just another workout, but it turned out to be so much more. It's designed specifically for active seniors, helping them get fit, feel stronger, and move with more confidence. Now she feels ready to take on anything that brings without feeling worn out. Join me for a free class this week and see how amazing it feels. So now we're really talking about an audience slowing down. So you don't want to say, you're getting old, unless that's kind of like your brand. But this is where we're really pointing out who this is for, right? This is not for the busy moms. This is not for the moms going through menopause. This is not for dads. This is not for new moms who just had their babies. This is for people who are slowing down. Okay. Now for active seniors, if you're an active senior, then this might not be your aunt. This might be you, right? You can share your story. I'm pretending that I'm making 3 different posts to attract people to, a cardio class for busy moms, a strength class for the women in menopause, and a silver sneakers for active seniors. And I'm teaching all of those classes, right? So this is how I would promote each of those classes differently in my social media. And I am not an active senior, so I can't really talk about, my life slowing down because I haven't gone through that stage of life yet. But maybe my aunt is, right? Or my mom or my grandparents. So this is, if you're not an active senior, but you're doing classes for active seniors, talk about somebody that you know, right? Okay, it could be a family member. It could also be a client or a student, and talk about how they are feeling, right? And you should be talking to your students so you know how that, what they're doing. Same CTA and same selfie. Yes. Is this making sense so far? Very different than just posting your schedule. Right? You're posting your schedule. The busy moms just go, the menopause, the seniors, cool. What are these classes going to do? I don't know. I don't know what HIIT. I don't know what a HIIT class is, right? We don't understand. Notice that in all 3 posts, we're not talking about, prices. We're not talking about schedules. We're not talking about what day of the week it is. We're not even talking about where it is, because none of that matters if they don't get it that, oh my gosh, I'm an active senior, I should get active, right? There is a class out there for me. Really, the only thing that we're giving them is the format. And the main goal of each one of these posts is to help them identify that they need this class. That's it. And if they want more information, when, how much, how they can join, whether this class is good for them, whether this is too advanced or too beginners, or they have to live it, all those questions, they just need to reach out to you. And now you can have a conversation with them, right? And to see if this is a good fit and figure out when's your next class and figure out how they can, join your class for free or have a drop in or whatever your system is. So we're really not diving in a lot of details. We're just giving them the format and why they should join. Okay, so do's and don'ts. So do post this on your profile. Your profile is where you're going to get the most reach, okay? You can also post this on Facebook groups. If they allow you, some Facebook groups will allow it, some others won't. Just post on all the Facebook groups, and whoever allows it, yay, and whoever doesn't allow it, that's okay. You can definitely post on your stories. That's great. You can post on your Instagram. So anything that is yours, definitely post. Open your settings to public. So if you want your post to be seen, then your post needs to be public. Tag 5 people. So this is like, if I'm doing the busy moms, tag 5 busy moms that you know that are not going to your class yet. Okay? Just 5, okay? If you're doing the menopause one, tag 5 people who you know are around that area. Like, hey, I thought of you when writing about this post. Let me know if this was helpful. And that's it. Okay. Respond to comments. So as people start commenting info or whatever you said their info, or they're saying, oh my God, this happened to me, or whatever they start commenting, make sure you come back and you like that comment and you respond to the comment. You want to do this because of you want to be a normal human, right? If they took time out of their day to engage with your post, you want to acknowledge that. So just be a normal human. Right? Somebody smiles to you, you want to smile back. Okay, so that's what we do with responding to comments, making sure that everybody gets a like when they respond to your comment. And then if you want to take it up a notch, respond to the response. So if they said, oh my God, I love this. Yeah, me too. Like, what was your story? Like, start a conversation with them. Make it personal. So this is where I talked about, in the body of your post, talk about your own personal stories, talk about your own experiences, about, how you're feeling, if you're a busy mom or if you're an active senior or your mom is an active senior, and how this class, the first impression that you had about this format. Speak from the heart. So again, we have a tendency as fitness instructors to want to sound very infomercial-like. And it's like, join my class and you will have a better mood, improved posture, and you'll put in your steps. And while, yes, we want to mention that kind of, over here, the more you speak from your heart, the more vulnerable you are, the more personal you get, the better this post will do. Because what we're trying to do is not sell the class. We're trying to connect with your audience. They won't come to your class if they don't connect with you first. Okay, so we need to pay more attention to connecting with your audience and less attention to promoting your class. So speak from the heart. How did it feel to be a busy mom, right? Did you gain weight? Did you feel like, start talking about your personal experiences. Speak from the heart and smile on the selfie. Make sure the selfie, you don't have a duck face or a weird, you're trying to make, just smile, right? You're basically introducing yourself to everyone and selfie. And if you want to do this post every single week and every Monday post about busy moms and make this post, just change the story of maybe this time you change the goal in the story. So if the first post was, to boost energy, busy moms to boost energy. Every Monday you're going to be posting about busy moms to boost for busy moms. The next Monday you can make it about, cardio. Getting in your cardio. The next Monday you can post about, self-care. The next Monday can be about losing weight. And all you do is you kind of change the, you can still keep the hey mama, right? But you change the one-liner here a little bit and you change your story, right? So if you're talking now about losing weight, You can say, oh my God, when I was after baby number 2, I had, gained 30 pounds, and it was impossible for me to lose weight. I had such a hard time. I tried this and that. And then finally, I tried this class, and actually I ended up losing weight because this class was so fun that I didn't really think about it. And I came coming back, week after week, and then twice per week, and then 3 times per week. And oh my gosh, right? So it just as you change the goal, you change the stories. Okay. And you can do the selfie every Monday. Right? So Mondays can be your selfie day. Just make sure it's a different selfie. You're not using the same picture every time. Okay, don'ts. Do not post on your business page. Unfortunately, your business page is the place that gets the least reach. So if you want people to see your post, don't post it there, because very few people see it. You can post on your profile and then also on your business page, but a lot of fitness instructors don't like posting on their profile, and they only want to post on their business page to keep things separate. And I understand that. The problem with that is that nobody's seeing your business page post. So it's not working. That strategy is not working. So for me, if you're only teaching one format or like 2 formats, you don't really need a business page. It doesn't hurt you to have one. But if you want your post to be seen, post on your profile, post on your groups, post on your Instagram, and post on Facebook groups. Posting your business page is not going to help you. Another thing, if you're posting in all these places, make sure that all of your posts are at least 2 hours apart. Trust me on that one. Do not share your post. So if you're posting on your business page and then sharing it to your profile, or you're posting on your profile and then sharing it to your business page, that hurts your reach as well. Less people are going to see it. It's better if you make a post on your profile, and then 2 hours later you post in your group, and then 2 hours later you post on your story, and then 2 hours later you post on your Instagram. Yes, it is more work, but it's just a button. It takes 30 seconds. Copy, paste, post it on a Facebook group. Copy, paste, post it on your Instagram. It takes seconds, okay? And that's going to give you way more reach than if you share this post, post it once and then just share it to a whole bunch of places. That doesn't help you. Do not mention price at all. Even if you don't have join our class for free or first class is free, if you don't have that policy, that's okay. Do not mention a drop-in, because that's going to be a huge deterrent, because right now your new audience are still figuring out whether they like you or not, right? That's why we need to share personal stories so that they can kind of, I remember when I had kids, or that happens to my mom too. We're trying to relate with them, and they're trying to figure out whether this class thing makes sense to them. So they're still, very much on the, I'm not going to join your class yet. And then you add a price to that, for sure they're not paying attention to that. So let's just avoid that. Do not give any links. Again, because this moves them away from Facebook, away from your profile, away from you. They're not going to click it. And if they click it, they're not likely to join, because we haven't created a relationship yet, right? We're just creating a connection. There's no relationship building yet. So the likelihood of them actually seeing a post and then registering is very, very low. The possibility of them seeing your post and engaging with your post, because they're going to comment, is much higher. So just avoid the whole link situation. Give them your link in the messages once you start talking to them, and they're starting asking you the questions. When is it? How much is it? How can I join? What happens if this? Then you can give out your link, but not in the post. Do not give your schedule. So post your schedule once a week, right, for your people who are already going to your classes, kind of as a reminder. So that's really a retention tool, a retention post. But then that's it. In these types of posts where you're trying to attract new people, they don't need your schedule. Do not give them your schedule, okay? Unless they ask for it. Wait for them to ask for it, because they're still going to be debating, what is this HIIT class? What is this Zumba class? Do I need it? Is this right for me? They have way other questions that are much more important than when is your class. So don't distract them with giving out your schedule. Help them figure out, yes, this class can be for busy moms. Yes, it's going to help you boost energy. Help them get clear on that, so that they get excited and they're like, okay, I can do this. I can do this. When is your class? Let them ask you, okay? Do not rainbow vomit. So this is This is why we have the rule of one to avoid rainbow vomit. So if you don't know what rainbow vomit is when you say too much information about your things. And you give out kind of like a TMI, right? You give out too much information because you think it's so great. You're awesome. Your classes are so great. It's going to help you, lose weight and get your steps in and tone up and have a better mood and make friends, and everybody's included. And I have classes every day from 5 to 6, and you're just giving all these beautiful for you, it feels like you're giving out rainbows and butterflies, right? It's like, oh my God, my classes are awesome. For them, it's too much information. It's like, So that's why I call it, rainbow vomit. You're kind of vomiting all this beautiful information, and it's ineffective. So we want to avoid giving out too much information by following the rule of one, right? One audience, one goal, one call to action, one post. And then you can do a different post for a different audience, a different goal, a different call to action, right? But the rule of one, so that post is crystal clear. Who is it for? And now you can talk to all the moms who engage in that post, or all the seniors who engage with that post. Do not add graphics to the selfie. Like I said, so many times I see selfies where the really cool fitness post here, and it has all these stickers, join me, or free, or Wednesdays at 5, or this gym, or, here's the Zoom link, and or yes, you can. And all of these extra stickers are moving away. They're distractions from your face. It is called Facebook. We need them to start memorizing your face. Have you memorized my face? I wear a freaking hat to make my face a little bit more memorable for you, okay? So we don't want to distract them. They're new to you. They don't know what you look like. So if you make a picture with you and your sister, they don't know which one is you. If you make a post with you and your favorite, I come from the Zumba world, where your favorite Zess or ZJ, they don't know which one's the pro and which one is you. So that's why we need selfies, so that they can start memorizing your face, okay? So don't maybe put a word here like, yes, you can, or let's get strong, or something that's positive and encouraging, not information. Join me at 5, not information. Do not tag 50 people. So yes, tag 5 of your busy moms, or tag 5, of your moms who have, senior parents. Tagging 5 people is fine. That'll help you boost your post. It's relevant as long as it's relevant to those people. Tagging 50, you're being spammy. And I get so many instructors who are like, I don't want to promote because I don't want to be spammy. It's very easy. Just don't be spammy. So what are some things that are spammy? Tagging 50 people in your post, that is spammy. So avoid doing that, okay? And do not ignore comments. So if they are posting and engaging with your thing, whether they give you a like, whether they give you like a little sticker, or they actually say, info, and you totally ignore them, then they're less likely to comment on your stuff again, because you are not being responsive. They're being responsive and you are not. So make sure that when you make a post, at least just once a day, check your phone, check your notifications, go to your profile and see if anybody engaged with your post, and then engage back, right? So they don't feel ignored. So recap, to make a post just truly stand out, you need to follow the 3-step process: choosing your who, your audience, choosing your why, what's the goal, and choosing your what, what's the call to action, the next step that you want them to do. When you combine all of these 3s, your posts become powerful, specific, and action-driven. That makes people stop, connect, and take the next step, which is to engage with your content, for them to be interested in you. Yes or yes? Cool. So here's a quick, little prompt. So if you're the visual type, you can print this out, so you know who this post is for. You're going to make this for millennials or new moms who just had babies, or moms with toddlers. Well, you can choose your audience here. Why should they care? Remember, rule of one: because they want to lose weight, because they want to lose the baby weight, because they want to put in, the 10,000 steps, because they want to have abs of steel, because they want to get rid of the arm sag, like whatever the one goal is, and what's the action that you want them to take. You want them to like, to comment, or to message. So this just gets you into that rhythm of like, I'm going to make a post for new people, right? For returning people, just post your schedule. But for new people, I need to think about these 3 things. These are the 3 things before you post that you need to know, so that you can make a post that truly stands out and connects. So if you liked this and you want more, there's weekly trainings inside my Facebook group. The Facebook group is free. If you're not already there, come join us. And we talk all year long with different ways that you can become a fitness boss. That means that we want you to grow your classes or make more money with your classes. I want to make you, I want to make sure that you're making more money with your classes by growing your classes or launching online programs so that you can make money without teaching more classes. So if you're not part of the group, just join here and go check out the featured section of the group if you're already inside the group, and the guide section. Actually, let me show you that. Let's go to Facebook. Oh, it's not. Yeah, share this tab instead. Okay, so welcome to my Facebook. So this is my Facebook group. If you don't know this, in the guide section, and the guides is right underneath the title, we have a library of trainings. So we have live trainings every Wednesday at 1 p.m. But there's also libraries. We have a whole free money workshop, which we did in October 2024. So if you want to make more money with your classes, go through this workshop. And then there's also, here's a whole library of all the different topics, stop the rainbow vomit. We talked about that, how to build your 30-day program, 7 reasons why it's hard to make money, boss mindset, what to post to promote, all these things. So join us live or watch the guide section so that, you get into all this. So let me go back to share this tab instead. Here we go. So what's next? If you're a fitness instructor and you want to make more money and you already tried posting on Facebook, you already tried growing your classes, you already tried teaching more classes, and you already tried raising your prices or, getting a raise in your gym, and you're still not making enough money, you're still not enough to pay the bills, or it's still not enough to support your family, I specialize in helping group fitness instructors make an extra $1,000 without teaching more classes. In fact, I teach you how to do your first $1,000 without teaching more classes and without posting. Okay, so if you want to know more about that, then follow this quick 3-step, click the message me. It'll send you to my messenger. It'll send you to my messenger and just send me a message. Let me send me a message with the word info. What am I doing? It's a call to action. Oh, so okay. I practice what I preach. So send me the word info in my messages and we'll start to chat. This program is not for everyone, so I do need to have a conversation through Messenger with you to figure out whether, where you're at in your journey as a fitness instructor, if this is year 1 that you're teaching, or if you've been teaching for 15 years and you don't know what a $5,000 a month looks like. Okay, let's talk. Okay, let's get you there. So anyway, click this link. This is a few of the instructors that I've helped make money. They did all of this without teaching more classes, some of them without posting, depending on how much they were making. So if you want these type of results, just send me a message. We'll get that conversation going and I'll tell you what you can do, which is the same thing that they did to make more money without teaching more classes. Okay, that's it for now. If you have any questions about absolutely anything about the promos, who your audience is, or you're not quite sure how to word it, send me a message. Okay, send me a message on Facebook. I respond by email as well, but I'm slower on email. I'm much quicker on Facebook. And I'm here to answer your questions. I want you to grow your classes. I want you to become the money-making fitness boss that you were meant to be. And to do that, you don't need more licenses and certifications. You don't need to teach more classes. You don't need more experience with your fitness. You do need to understand marketing, which is what we learned today. And you do need to understand pricing, which is what we do right in this program. And that's where I want to help you. I want to help you master your marketing and figure out pricing so that you can become a money-making fitness boss. Okay, I'll see you on the next one.